Hi,
Hi, Ann.
you're muted. Hi. I guess Shutesbury host is Barbara.
The mystery.
Sorry, everybody. It'll just be a few minutes. Oh,
Grace.
all right. Hi.
Hey, Grace.
Hi.
All right, Barbara, and I'm going to make you host. Okay. All right. Bye.
Thank you, Grace.
I love the two Christines together. Now, all right. And hello to Deborah O'Brien.
Hi, Deborah.
Welcome to the meeting. I don't know if you know you're muted, or if you wanted to stay muted. Anyway, let me first, because we're starting the meeting, just say who's here. Barbara Bigelow. Hi, Deborah. I'm the chair. Anne Brigham is here. Christine Marglis and Christine Robinson are all here. Thank you. Marglin. Sorry, I'm always missing all the letters. And Deborah O'Brien. Welcome. Okay, so no, I'm not muted. Okay, and everybody is here who's going to be here. So first, thank you so much for coming to the meeting and for our special vote on the birthday celebration. What we're going to be doing is actually voting on two different things. Where's my picture? My picture went away. You really want to see me? Oh, there we go. It's kind of sunny here, so I'm going to look a little strange, but there we go. I'm actually going to recommend that we make two different votes. The first vote is whether or not we will, as a committee, sponsor the event. And the second is what the nature of that sponsorship should look like. That is, are we sponsoring in terms of providing support, people support, volunteering with it? Are we sponsoring in terms of money? So if that's all right, could we do it in those two votes? Does that sound good? Okay, great. So I've got emails from both Elaine and BZ, and I will read them, but I thought we might start off first just with thoughts from each of us about whether our thoughts about sponsoring the event.
Can you just briefly remind us? I do remember what the event is, but if you could just just a sentence saying what it is and when it is.
Sure. It's September 10th, and I'm actually going to read off the card. Join us for the first annual townwide birthday party. If you're entering a new decade, turning 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, have a new baby or a 10-year-old, come out and celebrate that 0. So that's the event. Is that sufficient, or did you want more? Okay, great. Well, I will start off. I certainly support us sponsoring the event. It sounds like a wonderful community celebration. And I think that it's the kind of thing that we would like to be able to sponsor and be involved with. I know what each of you wrote to me. And so I don't know whether or not you want to each say something about it or not. Christine, that looks like you're a thumbs up on it. Okay.
Same, for the reasons you said, Barbara, and I also like that it spans such a big age range.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to get out of the sun so I don't look so strange. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, exactly. And Christine M., do you have any other comments about it?
I agree with everybody else, for sure.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to read what Elaine and BZ wrote to me. So BZ wrote that it's weird. Well, let's see. Are we trying to bring people together by celebrating a few people's birthdays? What's our role as a recreation committee in this? is this recreation? Are we going to do this every year for people with birthdays ending in 0? I'm not opposed to people celebrating their big birthdays, but I don't think the town should be putting money towards it. Elaine wrote, I'm ambivalent about this. I agree with BZ. Let's see, and it also doesn't sound like recreation, but I wouldn't die on that sword if others want to do it. I then subsequently got an email from BZ saying that she had somewhat of a change of heart about it. So comments, anything about those? Okay.
I just have one comment, Christine. I don't know what that hand signal meant. Were you like, oh, okay.
I'm good.
Thumbs upping.
I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, I do have to say, I hadn't thought of this. It is interesting to think about whether it's recreation and you know, again, like Elaine said, I wouldn't die on this sword, but does it open the door for people asking us to sponsor other events? I mean, I'm not trying to make a mountain out of a molehill here, but it is an interesting comment. Barbara, I know we have the mission statement.
In fact, I'm going to go look at it right now.
Yeah, I think just to make this more about what the committee supports, because I think I responded more like personally. I feel like, oh, of course we would support this, but I do think it's probably good just to double check it against the mission, if that's okay with everyone else.
Here's what it says. The Recreation Committee develops recreational activities designed to build community and enrich the quality of life in Shutesbury. The committee sponsors and supports recreational activities and related educational programming for all age groups. And the recreational activities are those designed to build community and enrich the quality of life in Shutesbury.
I mean, it sounds like this fits well enough. I mean, my impression is that this is, but I know this is getting into the weeds and that's a separate thing, but my being in favor of it, I have to say, partly hinges on my sense that it's not a huge commitment in any way, financial, time, or anything. And is there another committee that is the ones who brought this up?
Well, I don't know whether the Council of Aging brought it up or not. I just heard from Susie that they were hoping for sponsorship from us and from the Council on Aging. So, and as far as I know, the Council of Aging is also sponsoring it or has agreed to. Yeah, we needed to have a vote.
So the people who brought it up are just some individuals, not a committee? Is that?
Pardon? I'm sorry, what?
The people whose idea this was, who brought it to you, that it was just some individuals, or was it?
That's my understanding, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it sounds like it fits because if recreational activities are about developing community, and this is something that will certainly develop community.
Mm-hmm.
Double thumbs up.
All right. So should we have a vote then on whether or not the vote is the Recreation Committee will sponsor the, oh, let me make sure I'm calling it the right thing. I'm sorry. The first annual town-wide birthday party.
Yes.
Okay, all those in favor, just say aye.
Aye.
Just for the record, everybody here voted yes on this. So we will be one of the sponsors of it. Oops, I keep losing everything here. I'm not very adept at, there we go. Okay. Oh, you can't see what I'm seeing, but I keep losing us. There we go. Okay, so the second part is is whether or not we provide money. I'm not going to say who said what to me, but there were a couple of offers of individuals to make contributions to this, so kind of independent of the Recreation Committee. And the reason that I'm bringing it up is that after reading Elaine and Beezy's emails, I disagreed with them about whether or not this is in line with what we do as a recreation committee, because it is about building community. I do have concerns about the money because we spent every single last cent last year and we had extra money. And this year we have $1,000, that's it, and a lot of programming. So, I think, well, we could, do $5 or $10, but it's really hard for me to personally, and others may feel very differently about this. It's hard for me personally to want to make a financial commitment to anything right now until we've really been able to look at the whole list of things that we're going to be doing. And if we were usually like way off our budget, then I would say, well, we usually have money left over at the end of the year, but we actually don't usually have money left over at the end of the year. The only reason that we had some money left over at the end of this year was because of the ice skates. So we had $250 budgeted for the ice skates and nobody used them. So we then diverted that funding and put it towards some other things. And we actually, after Christine, after you made the purchases, was it at Costco for Family Field Day? We had like $30 left or something like that. But that was out of a much larger budget than we usually have because we had extra money this year.
Right.
So we typically don't have extra money. So I will say, I don't know if this is appropriate on here or not, I personally am going to donate money to this. And because I think it's a great thing, but I really have just questions about committing money when we are going to have a hard time potentially funding some of our programs. Christine.
So my question, which is, I'm grateful we have some money, but how about our commitment to volunteering? I volunteered.
Yeah,
don't-
as did I. Mhm. Yeah, we definitely are people are volunteering. So I think that if that
Yeah.
counts as sponsorship, we certainly are helping to sponsor it. Usually I see the word sponsorship and it typically means money.
Mhm.
And so that's.
Yeah, I agree with you, Barbara. I think if it does mean money, then we probably would have to decline right now because, as you say, we don't know what we're going to need for the things we're already planning.
Right.
I agree with that as well.
You go on
As
to-
well, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
I-
so all in agreement.
Let me think how to frame the vote. So our sponsorship will take the form of members volunteering to support the party.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, Barbara.
And
can
not
we
money.
say- Can we
Pardon?
say some members? volunteering or
Yes, some
something?
members, because all members are, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as we've just discussed in the past, for us to take on an event, there have to be at least 2 people who are committed to volunteering to help with it. So it isn't always the chair. And in this instance, we do have that support.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, from more than 2 people. So
Yeah.
in
Yes.
fact. So can we vote? Did I say something that was votable?
That we won't offer financial support, but some members of our committee will offer to help with the event. That's
Yeah.
what
Okay,
so
great. Okay, so all those in favor, just again, raise hands. Just for the record, everybody who's here, remember, raise their hand. There's 6 people altogether, so we have the simple majority that we need for both of these, which I neglected to say in the previous one. So what I will do is write to Susie and let her know this. And then if anybody does feel so inclined, and she may say we wanted a financial sponsor. We never discussed it, so I don't know. So if it turns out that the sponsorship does require money and it needs to come from the committee, then we will have to decline. But if the sponsorship can come from volunteering on the part of our members, then yes, we can. And there may be additional resources coming from those who wish to make a personal donation. So I will write Susie as soon as we're done here with that. Does that sound good? Okay.
Thank you, Barbara.
I ask a question? Actually, I have two questions. One, do we want to vote today? I realize we skipped this, but maybe you don't want to do it today to approve the minutes from the June 27 meeting.
Yes. In fact, I just realized that I forgot to say that at the beginning of the meeting.
Or was it June 27? Is that right? Is that the?
I don't have a calendar right in front of me.
I can
Whatever
look,
that
hold
last
on.
Tuesday was, yeah.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think so. Tuesday.
That's right, Christine.
Okay, so yeah, if we could do that, that'd be good.
Okay,
Then I can send them to Grace.
all right. So could somebody please move to approve? Christine, a second? All right, and all those in favor of approving the minutes from June 27th, raise your hand. And again, please note that it is unanimous among the people who are here. And again, simple majority. Thank you, Christine, for that.
And the other thing, I just wondered if, I'm sorry, Deborah, I think your name is. I just wondered if Deborah wanted to tell us anything about herself or why she's at the meeting.
Oh, I think oh, there you go. Sorry.
I'm with a group of women that has been meeting over the past year. And we came up with this idea as a way to bring people together, a way to get to know each other. So I've lived in Shutesbury since 1956.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Out of the 10 or 12 women, I only knew 2 of them. I spent my life working, and so the fact that there are all these lovely people and I didn't know them, and it really kind of became an important thing that we think of an activity for people to really get to know each other in a friendly, fun kind of activity. I personally, with no political baggage, that it's just plain fun. And so really the only expense that we have, oh, and Susie is somebody I knew since 7th grade. But they really the major expense is that we're printing invitations and the postage.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Council on Aging did think that this was something they wanted to sponsor. And yeah, just a way to bring the community together. So if you hear anything about laughing old ladies, LOL, there are some of us who are 60, 70 or 80. And yeah, just get together to enjoy being together.
Now, on Thursday night, there will be envelope addressing.
Yes.
Is that correct? Yeah, I will be there. I don't know if anybody else would like to arrive. Deborah, do you want to give the details on it?
Well, as far as I know, I don't know that any location has changed. So we usually get together at the Shutesbury Athletic Club.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they open at 5 o'clock. And that's a typical gathering place. And I think our gathering is going to involve the addressing this in 2 days.
And is anybody welcome to that, or is this an open group?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay. I just wanted to make sure before we
we have
crash
just
the
we have just kind of a self title to our group, because we just laugh about everything. So it's kind of an odd name, but Laughing Old Ladies.
I love it. I think it's great. Thank you. And thank you for Christine for asking Deborah. I always kind of err on the, well, I don't want to, put anyone on the spot. So thank you, Christine, for asking Deborah.
I'm sorry. I thought maybe Deborah had nothing to do with this, but was joining our committee.
Oh, right. Because exactly.
No, Susie just asked me if I would sit in if you had any questions. So
That's great.
Good job, Deborah.
Well, thank you.
The envelope addressing party is 5 o'clock at the SAC this Thursday.
I believe so.
Yes. Yeah,
Um,
because we were trying to get this meeting in before the invitations got printed and out.
Okay.
So, and do
And
you,
the invitations are going to people who you think have a birthday that ends in 0 this year, Deborah?
I think that Susie is tonight talking to the select board. Do they meet on Tuesdays?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be like, I'm not sure, over many decades, there's always been a street list or a town list with ages.
Mhm.
And so I think that was going to be a source of invitations
Great.
to look at who is 40, 50, 60, 70,
80, 90, 100.
whatever,
10.
and born this year.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I liked that. Do you have any sense about whether or not the sponsorship will be sort of in-kind labor? Is that going to be seen as sponsorship, or is it really about having some money?
So I know that the Council on Aging made a financial donation,
Mhm.
and I think we have in mind doing something like cupcakes and punch or cider or some kind of refreshment,
Okay.
and maybe even crowns for some of the. And I'm not sure exactly the details. And I think they're going to be looking maybe for donations with, maybe the food.
Okay.
But anyway, it's just quickly taking shape, but it's before the select board tonight also.
Mhm. Fantastic. I think it sounds wonderful. Sounds like it was really the first reaction from everybody was very positive. and
Well,
from
it's
the committee.
whimsical.
I know. It
Yeah.
is.
It's
Yeah,
for fun.
exactly. And that's what we're about here, we hope.
Good.
Yes, most of the time.
I know, when life doesn't get in the way.
You got it.
All right, so thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Deb.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet all of you.
I look
Thank-
forward to seeing you Thursday night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, does anyone want to move to adjourn? And second?
Second.
And all those in favor, and again, let the record show that that was everybody from the committee who's here voted to adjourn. Thank you. I will stop the recording.